Brigadier General Frank D. Lackland became commander of the Air Corps Advanced Flying School at Kelly Field, Texas, in March of 1938. The area was used primarily as a bombing range. The pilots at Kelly would bomb the flat escarpment that rose above their airfield they called the Hill. Brigadier General Lackland saw the potential for expansion of the flying school into a major training facility. His innovative vision transformed Kelly Field into the nation's largest military center and the only basic training center for the Air Force. On February 21, 1941, plans were implemented to build a facility for 1,300 cadets. This was increased to 2,088 cadets in May of 1941. The new training school on the Hill was designated the Air Corps Replacement Training Center on September 30th of 1941 and saw its first class of cadets on November 12, 1941, less than a month before Pearl Harbor. The new facility became Lackland Air Force Base on July 1st, 1947, with the official ceremonies held on July 12th. Since its initial inception, the training center has grown and distinguished itself by implementing training for women in the Air Force in October of 1948 and began the integration of black airmen in June of 1949. Even General Lackland's foresight could not have envisioned the amazing developments that have unfolded over the base's long and distinguished career. Today, Lackland has students taking advanced training in subjects from law enforcement to electronics. These students come from all branches of the military and civilian government agencies. Lackland also serves as the home for the Defense Language Institute, which teaches English to military personnel from over 30 nations. But Lackland's main function is still basic training for the Air Force Airmen under the 737th Training Group. It is a 6-week course demanding the students' utmost motivation and dedication. The training center was renamed the Air Force Military Training Center on January 1st, 1973, and has lived up to its nickname, the Gateway to the Air Force. When the airmen arrive, they are greeted by the training instructor and get their first glimpse of the distinctive campaign hat that is the symbol of authority and leadership. To ensure they are healthy during basic training, the airmen are given various shots for immunization. Blood samples are taken to check for blood type and other testing. The men are taken to the barbers for a new hairstyle befitting their new way of life. The airmen are taken to get their new clothes. The BDU's battle dress uniform will be the main set of clothing during basic training. They also are issued a separate set of clothing to be worn during physical conditioning. The airmen are taken to the BX, or Base Exchange, to get toothpaste, shaving cream, and other essentials they will need to start out basic training. ID cards are required for identification when they need to go to the BX again, or when visiting other base facilities that may require an identification check. A dental examination is given to ensure the airman's best health. A medical evaluation would not be complete without an eye examination. The airmen have the setup of their medical records explained to them. Their permanent records are set up with personal information. After being tested to find their Air Force specialty code, the airmen get to choose from the top 3 choices from which they are qualified. Discipline is a byword in all branches of the military, and nowhere is it more apparent than during individual, squad, flight, and squadron drills. Each airman is taken step by step on the proper procedures of saluting, standing at attention, standing at ease, and marching. It is not as easy as it sounds. But once the proper techniques are learned, it is an impressive sight. The synchronized movements executed to each command instills precision and teamwork. A complete regimen of physical exercise ensures that the airmen are capable of enduring the demands of their rigorous activities in basic training and throughout their Air Force career. Push-ups, chin-ups, a variety of isometric type exercises, and running give each airman stamina and endurance to tackle each task. A healthy body leads to a healthy and clear-thinking airman who is able to maintain a high degree of performance with the utmost of efficiency. Nutrition is a key factor in order to keep up the airman's energy for the mental and physical challenges of basic training. The dining hall has to be efficient and organized in order to feed the volume of airmen that must be fed for all 3 meals. But the basic training regimen is not abandoned even during mealtime. The airmen are required to display a certain proper conduct which further enhances military discipline. Physical training is important, but learning how to properly care for clothing, organize equipment, and living areas helps to instill pride and discipline in the airmen. Periodic inspections are thorough and relentless to teach the airmen how to maintain an orderly living area and ensure that the airmen keep up this discipline. The issuance of the airman's dress uniform is an exciting day. The military uniform is a symbol of excellence and transforms the airman into part of something distinctive and more than an individual. From socks to the distinctive cap, each airman is provided with everything to give this transformation a unique stamp. The Air Force has the most sophisticated air assault planes and devices in the world. But even in today's highly technological age, there is still a need for the hands-on approach. This is no less apparent than when referring to weapons. Each airman is given a block of instructions on the proper maintenance and operation of the M16 rifle. After the M16 rifle class, the airmen are taken to the firing range. But before they fire their first round, they have lunch. Since this isn't the dining hall, they're given the military's version of fast food, MREs, or meals ready to eat. This is chow in the great outdoors. The principles taught in the rifle class are finally put to the test. The airmen fired the M16 rifle in different positions to give them a feel for this special weapon that may save their life someday. All of the fundamentals of sighting and breathing techniques are put to practical application. All airmen are required to fire the weapon for qualification.
Right, let's go right 3, down 2 more. Good job. How about you? You went up instead of down.
Marksmanship Training Day is very eventful, and it's not over yet. After the airmen qualify with their weapons, they march to the bivouac site for the field training experience, which is designed to enhance the warfighting atmosphere. At the competence course, the airmen find out why they do all their physical conditioning. The course is long and physically demanding. Many of the obstacles are high and take not only physical stamina, but a lot of heart. This is where the airmen have to dig down deep and pull out all the stops. The faint-hearted will not be able to cut it. Though most of the obstacles are individually negotiated, the course is also a time for teamwork. Encouraging each other along helps to build a spirit of comradeship that bonds the individuals into a unit. Many of the obstacles are negotiated over water. If the airmen can't quite complete the obstacle, at least it's a cool drop. It is the end of a grueling day of training. The retreat gives special emphasis to the completion of the duty day. This ceremony gives honor not only to the airmen who have accomplished what seemed in the beginning to be almost impossible, but also honors the flag of our great nation. The retreat ceremony re-emphasizes why we have armed forces and what they stand for. The flag is a symbol of our way of life, of the freedom we have, and what it has taken to get it and maintain it. This is a proud moment on many levels. The pomp and ceremony gives each participant a chance to reflect within themselves on what is so fine about our country. It's graduation day. This is the day that spurred many of the airmen on. It was the brass ring that they strive to obtain. For those that persevere, it stands as the first milestone in their Air Force career.
Order! Ho! Got on there, 323rd and 331st Training Squadron. Front and center. Ho!
Graduation parade gives special pride and honor to those who participate. It is their time to bask in the glory of their accomplishments.
national, state, and territorial flags up from the 321st Training Squadron. Flight 305 and Honor Flight 304, led by Staff Sergeant James Santos. Hometown, Mobile, Alabama, and Cadet Second Class, Byron Armstrong. Hometown, San Antonio, Texas. Squadron Commander is Master Sergeant Eugene Roach, Section Supervisor, 322nd Training Squadron, hometown, Council Bluffs, Iowa.
We are a member of the band flight, so congratulations, C017.
It is also a proud day for the family and friends who have come to watch. They see not that anxious young person who left to face unknown challenges, but a confident professional ready to strive for further heights. After all the ceremonies are concluded, the airmen can relax. It's been 6 long weeks, and parents, grandparents, girlfriends, wives, and children have looked forward to this day as well. The airmen catch up on what's been going on at home and bask in their loved ones' praises.